Let me ask you something most people are too distracted to even question. How is it that the economy feels like it's falling apart, but the stock market keeps hitting all-time highs? No, rent is up, food is up, and debt is up, but somehow the S&P 500 is printing money. That doesn't make sense on the surface, and here's the truth. It's not supposed to, because what you're seeing right now isn't a healthy economy, it's a split system, and most people are only living in one half of it. By the end of this video, I'm going to break down why you feel financially behind even if you're doing everything right, why the stock market keeps going up while everyday life gets harder, and the exact shift you need to make it if you want to actually benefit from what's happening right now. But first, you need context, and most people never get this part. Now, personally, I've spent years in high pressure environments where discipline isn't optional. It's truly just survival. And I'll tell you something I've noticed early on. Most people don't actually understand systems, the machine. They understand what they feel. And right now, what people feel is I'm working harder than ever and I'm getting less back. Now, I felt that too when I started getting serious about money. The long hours, the constant grind, putting in overtime, and thinking that effort alone would compound into success. Well, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't. At 24, I bought a house using a VA home loan, and I thought that was just the arrival point. But what I realized after that is something most people never figure out. Owning something doesn't mean you're in the right system. You can be financially responsible and still be economically stuck. And that's what this video is about. Now, main point number one, there's two economies. Here's what most people don't realize. There are two economies running at the same time. Economy number one, this is like that real economy, right? So you have wages, you have rent, groceries, gas, and debt. This is the economy which you feel every day. And this economy is truly slow. It's painful and it's stagnant. Now, economy number two is the thing you don't see. It's the asset economy. This is stocks, real estate, private equity, and tech companies. This is where money is actually moving. And here's where it gets dangerous. These two economies are no longer connected in the way people think. Now, for example, over the last few years, wages have grown modestly. Inflation hit 20+% and is cumulative in key categories, and housing prices surge. But the S&P 500 still returns strong gains long term. So what's happening? Asset holders are compounding and workers are inflating. That gap, that's the wealth divide you're feeling. Now, main point number two, why the stock market is still going up. Now, most people assume if the economy is bad, stocks should crash. And that's not how it works anymore. Here's the truth. The stock market today is heavily driven by big tech earnings, institutional money flows, global liquidity, buybacks, and automation-driven profits. Not your paycheck, not your grocery bill, not even Main Street sentiment. Now, companies like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, they're not dependent on local economic conditions the same way small businesses are, your local mom and pop shops. Now, they scale globally, they cut labor costs, and they automate output. So even when the average person feels pressure, the top companies in the game are still printing record profits, and those profits flow upward into indexes. That's why the market feels disconnected, because it is. Now, main point number three, why you feel stuck even if you work hard. And here's where most people get trapped. They think if I work harder, I'll catch up. But that only works in one economy, the labor economy, and that economy is capped. There are so many hours in a day, and there's only so much you can physically trade. Meanwhile, in the asset economy, money compounds without you, while you sleep, while you work, while you hesitate. So what happens? People confuse effort with strategy, and effort without positioning, that's just exhaustion. Here's the truth. You are not behind because you're lazy. You're behind because you're not exposed to compounding systems yet. Now, main point number four, the real shift you need. If you want to win in this environment, you don't need to work harder. You need to shift participation. Now, what does this exactly mean? It means owning assets early. Even a small exposure, it matters, whether this is index funds, ETFs, or even real estate entry points. Number two, increase your income ceiling, not your hours. Develop skills that scale, leadership roles, and side income streams. Now, number three, reduce lifestyle inflation. because every dollar spent is a dollar not compounding. Most people flip this. They increase their lifestyle first, then they try to invest later, and that's why they feel stuck. Now, here's the shift most people never make. You are not competing in a fair system. You're competing in a dual system economy. One rewards time and one rewards ownership. If you stay only in a time-based system, you will always feel behind. Not because you're failing, but because you're playing a game that doesn't scale. If I were you, here's what I'd start doing immediately. Track where your money goes actually for the next 7 days. Identify how much is going to be your liabilities versus your assets, and open or increase consistent investing, even if this is small amounts. I think the lowest you can do within Fidelity is maybe $1. And pick one skill that increases your earning ceiling. Now, skills could be as simple as scaling a business, scaling your marketing abilities, learning coding, starting a YouTube channel. Remove one major lifestyle expense that gives no return. No overthinking, just execution. Now, most people will watch this video, nod their head, and do nothing. And that's exactly why they stay where they are. But if you're different, if you actually apply this, you're not just improving, you're charging systems. And systems, not motivation, decide outcomes. If you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe, because the goal isn't to feel better. The goal is to become unrecognizable in 2 to 3 years. And that starts with understanding the game you're actually in. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one.